thank you. Thank you. For those who don't know me, my name's Aaron. I've known Joey. Thank you. Hello. Known Joey since I was about 5, maybe 6. Kind of wandered into his yard one day, and somehow we just became best friends. We've been best friends ever since. That was about 1988, something like that. So the interesting thing about Joey and I, we were born 4 days apart. So most of our life, I've kind of considered us as Gemini twins. You know, everything we've done has been kind of a mirror of each other for the most part. And we've lived about a mile away from each other kind of our entire lives. Went to school together, wrestled together, did everything together. But an interesting story is one time when we were in this gifted program at Cleveland State Community College. For whatever reason, we kept getting picked on by this shabby little redheaded kid. I have no idea what this kid's name was. We never really followed the guy. He ended up graduating with us, but anyway. So this guy would follow us around, and he'd, kick your feet out from under you, kind of trip you around. And he picked on Joey for whatever reason that particular week. And I ninja kicked this kid right in the chest. And flies into a wall like a cartoon, slides down the wall. And we never really hear from this guy again,
Hell yeah.
So anyways, we've been through kind of every hard thing you could really imagine going through together. Our dads died, a few years apart from each other. We've had girlfriend issues, mutual and otherwise, Obviously me ninja kicking this kid in the face. That was really cool. And then me taking a tree to the face when we were in 7th grade, which is a whole other story. And feel free to ask Joey about that later on. It was his fault, but we won't talk about that. Yeah, the midnight runs to Taco Bell, indigestion 3 days later. Moments notice trips to Brentwood for the state championship wrestling tournament, where, if you guys don't know, state championship wrestler right there, 1-4 stages. And then, also one of the hardest things we've had to live through was J.J. Abrams and Ryan Johnson really taking a blowtorch to Star Wars, kind of ruining our childhood, but I don't want to really get into that. So, life events seem to always kind of be highlighted by these big things. You focus your life on these big events. But to me, what really stands out is the space in between. The stuff that kind of makes you who you are, not the specific events that are joyful or painful. It's all that time in between that have you still function as an adult, that help you learn to be who you need to be and to grow as a person. And Joey's kind of the epitome of that kind of guy. He'll keep his head down, he'll truck along, he focuses on the goal, knocks out the things he needs to do, and focuses on the happiness of his family and his friends and the people around him. And that's something you just don't find in everybody around. So, and on top of that, I don't know if you know much about Geminis, but they tend to go all in. I don't know if you know that. They love with their entire heart intensely, and they focus so intently on making the other person happy. Like they give all of themselves to who they are. So the other side of that, however, is that their twin will also love and support you just the same. So you have that from me and my family as well. So in closing, the real act of marriage takes place really in the heart. It's not just the act of what you guys did today. It's the every day that you wake up, that you accept that marriage every day. And it's shown in how you treat one another and focus on each other's lives every day. So a toast, right? A toast. Everybody got a drink? So, here's to a sweetheart, a bottle, and a friend. The first beautiful, the second full, and the last faithful. Salud.
Salud. Salud. Strawberry.